Enshrouded isn't just a survival game. It's one of the biggest indie success stories in recent years. With over 160,000 concurrent players at launch, it exploded into popularity with a massive marketing campaign. People played it, they loved it, and they told their friends about it. Now, Keen Games, the developers of the title, are back with yet another massive update. And honestly, these devs are doing an amazing job. Now, at the beginning, it was an early access title, and we didn't know if it was going to get abandoned like some do. But they have continued to stay true to their word, and they're pushing consistent updates. And with the most recent one, it is absolutely insane the amount of things that have been added to the title. Now, what is Enshrouded overall for anyone who is new? If you're new to the game, here's a quick rundown. It's an open world survival RPG. You can play solo or up to 16 players on a server, so you can play with as many friends as you want, or you can leave your server open to others. We have the ability to use grappling hooks, gliders, and other traversal tools to explore. The glider is super amazing. It has like a boost ability that gets you to higher elevations, as well as gives you the ability to traverse a lot farther. And just like most survival games, you can gather, craft, build, and it also offers a terraforming tool, kind of like Valheim. Now, in my opinion, it offers one of the best base building systems in games of this genre. It is absolutely insane, and the sky is the limit. And honestly, the sky is the limit on what you can actually achieve in this title. Best of all, there are no microtransactions, no cash shop. You buy it once, you can play it forever, and these updates just keep coming. Now, with the latest update, it brought massive changes to the title. There's new areas and enemies. You can explore different layers of the shrouds that we've never seen before, abandoned ruins, and night-only temples. These are zones that only appear and can be traversed at night. You're going to be able to face new enemies and discover over 16 unique temples with powerful loot. Go to these temples, fight higher tier enemies as well as bosses, and loot up so you can get to the next zone. Just like most survival crafting games. You'll find new consumables and craftable materials during your nighttime adventures as well. This update implemented a lot to do with nighttime specific activities and the advancement of your character and gear through combat and traversing the world at night specifically. It also introduced a massive weapon gem system where you can equip up to 21 new gems to boost your power. These gems can go to your gear as well as weaponry. These can be found around the world and in these night temples. Examples would include summoning minions on kill, ice explosion shields that trigger on block, meteoric impacts on landings. These gems are going to give you a massive boost and really are going to diversify the playstyle. So playing with many people online or playing solo, there is a lot to do when it comes to build diversity for this game now with this new gem system. Gems also add elemental effects like lightning or fire to your weaponry or armor sets. Now, these gems and materials are going to be found throughout the shroud, and you're going to have the ability to upgrade them once you find enough materials for them. Armor customization has also been introduced with 3 new armor sets for the warrior, ranger, and mage. So depending on what class specific area that you're focusing on, there is a new armor set for you. Armor tinting is a new system that has also been introduced. This is going to give us the ability to find dyes in different tints around the world, be able to mix and match the color scheme that you like. This is an awesome implementation that I really like, because in most of these games, you get an armor, you get a piece of gear, colors are set to that gear set. But with this armor tinting system, you can mix and match and really play around with different armor sets and get the appearance that you really like. There's a new barber NPC that lets you change your hairstyle, beards, and overall look at any time. So character customization can be done at any time. So if you didn't like your character, don't worry about that. Now, this is something I have never seen in a survival crafting game, and I think it's absolutely fantastic, because there are so many times where I customize a guy, you get into a cutscene, you get into the world, the lighting's different, and you're like, wow, I do not like this guy, but I've already progressed past the tutorial or further on in the game. So having this new barber NPC is a really good touch in my opinion. Now, the shroud is the main area that you're going to be traversing through and doing a lot of your main activities and missions. This is an area that has higher level enemies, and you can't stay in the shroud forever. You will eventually start taking damage and die, but the shroud has been completely reworked with this update. There's denser clouds and improved lighting. The lighting system overall for the game has been optimized. The reflections, different things like that are absolutely insane. Now, it is a very, very well done, beautiful game, especially for a small indie group. They also implemented 28 new crafting resources, which include confusion grenades, armor dyes, like we said before, beam spells, as well as repair kits to repair your gear. That is a big bonus when it comes to survival games, not having to keep crafting your pickaxe over and over again. There's also new enemies like the Shroud Depth Dwellers, the Stalkers, the Fell Critter Queen, Tentacle Brains, and the Hazard Slimes, and more. The combat and performance has also had a beefy upgrade. Combat has been seriously polished overall across the board. Faster, snappier mechanics, new channeling spells, better feel across all builds, whether you're melee, ranged, and magic. Performance has also drastically increased, kind of like what we said before. The UI system is smoother, better frame rates for different systems and rigs, visual upgrades with global illumination, new vegetation, as well as terrain updates. So the terrain overall in the world is just going to look way more prettier and just it's going to run smoother overall. Now, this kind of optimization, I think, is the biggest thing that games should focus on early on, because if they add a lot to the game, but they're not optimizing it, eventually it's not going to run good. And that's what really gives us the best experience overall when we're playing a game. Now, the biggest thing for survival crafting games is the base building system. Now, overall, in my opinion, with playing so many that I have in the past, it still has one of the best base building systems I've ever seen. With full terraforming support, limitless creativity, build anything you can dream up, basically. You have an idea, you have a concept, you can build it with the systems that they have at play. Now, the community has created some insane structures. You could just look around the internet, look on their Discord, the structures that they've built. It's kind of like out of Minecraft, something I've, haven't seen in a lot of survival crafting games. In Minecraft, people do crazy builds, and in this game, you can do somewhat similar. Now, this system isn't just cosmetic, it's also functional. Bases are your shelter, your workshop, your home for your companion, that give you access to quests, as well as different crafting progression. Now, the way progression and exploration works overall, you have the ability to level up, spec your character into a massive skill tree. Again, you can focus on melee, ranged, or magic, so it's up to you, or diversify your skills. There's also skills for traversal, as well as using less stamina or hunger or thirst. Now, these points give you the ability to unlock special abilities like double jump, increased health, specific for tank builds, spell casting, and more. We can also respec the skill tree at any time with no cost, so that's a beauty of that. Just, play around with your build. If you don't like it, respec. Don't worry about having to lose any materials, lose anything. Test something out. You can also discover hidden caves, scale cliffs, and glide into uncharted territory. One thing about this game is you can pretty much climb anything with the terraforming tool. You can make small pockets in the sides of cliffs and things like that. Terraform your way up and keep climbing, and then use the glider with the boosted vertical traversal with it, and you could get anywhere. Like, the world is so massive, in my opinion. It's not the biggest that we've seen, but it is pretty massive, and using the glider doesn't seem like it takes away from a lot of the game, because there are so many different regions in this. There's also new quests. There's also animal taming, farming, and different biomes. Now we can tame animals for their resources. This is another step to a living and breathing world, and the addition of new biomes keeps exploration fresh. So having the ability to tame animals to passively gather their materials for crafting, super amazing. I mean, what this title has on offer is absolutely insane. Now, my final thoughts, this is a model for modern games. It's from indie developers. You guys know here on the channel, we like to support them, and we like to support early access titles. And these developers, Keen, they have really pushed the boundaries of what they are able to do as a small team. Now, the game did get a lot of praise, but they pushed through their early access, and they are making this game absolutely beautiful, and it can potentially win plenty of awards this year in gaming, especially with its last update alone. There's constant updates overall. There's no paywalls, massive amounts of content. They're transparent, and they're passionate developers, and they are honestly setting the bar, and hopefully more studios will take note of this. At least that's my opinion. Now, if you haven't played Enshrouded yet, or you haven't played it in a while, now's the time. We're getting back to it here on the channel. I'm going to be doing build guides. I'm going to be jumping in. I jumped into my old character, and I instantly did not know what was going on, so we're going to start a fresh build. I'm super excited about it. If you enjoy everything survival crafting, or you enjoy this video, drop a like on it, as it helps me and the channel grow. And as always, guys, stay happy, stay hyped, and have a beautiful day.